Hi everyone, I'm back. It's Annie from Artsy Design. Before we get started, I want to thank everyone for joining my channel. Welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining us, joining me, making my channel grow. We're growing little by little, step by step. We're getting there. I really appreciate everybody joining and watching my tutorials. I have been gone a little bit from the YouTube family. I kind of moved and it's been going crazy and I lost my recording space, so I had to make do with what I got. So this is the first video in my new house. So I'm bringing you guys today, this is a table center. It's not a placemat. It's pretty big, so I can't get all of it in the shot, but this is what it looks like. And that's what we're gonna do, what we're gonna work on today. In the next couple of videos, I'm gonna bring you guys different kind of table center. This is the first one, okay? This yarn that I made the sample with, this one is Caron Simply Soft, the color red. And for the tutorial, the one that I have here, hold on, I have it all tangled up. This one is red, this one is Red Heart Ombre Coral. Okay, look how beautiful. It's like kind of like a peachy, pinky kind of color. Okay, I don't have the label because my little girl took it off and ripped it, and I lost it. But I use a little bit of it, but it's more than, it's almost a full skein here. Okay, so this is the yarn that we're going to use today. So let me get this one. And oh, before we get started, I want to measure this to see how much. I know you guys are not going to be able to see it on camera because it's too big. But from side to side, I get 20 inches. Oh, it's a little blurry. 20 inches, which is 51 centimeters. I'm going to put all of this in the description, okay, or somewhere on the video. So this is a different yarn. This is a little bit, I know it's a four weight yarn, but it's different, it's softer, and the Red Heart Ombre is a little bit more rough, more thick, I think. So I'm gonna measure the other one that we're gonna do on the tutorial together to see the difference between the two of them. So this is the table center, okay, kind of shaped like a star, kind of has these star shape and then diamond, and it forms like a diamond here, and then I finish it with some shells on the top. Okay, look how pretty it is. Alright, so let's get this out of the way. And my favorite hook, you guys know you can't see it, but my favorite hook is my 4. I don't have the light all the way up there. This is my 4. It's the size that I feel comfortable with. You guys can use whichever size hook, 3.5, 4, 4.5. I prefer my 4. Okay, let me get my yarn. Let me zoom you guys in so you guys can see my hand a little bit better. Okay, so we're gonna do a slip knot. You guys can do your slip knot whichever way you prefer. Okay, we're going to do a slip knot, and then we are going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 6. Okay, and we're going to close that up to the beginning of those 6 chains. Slip stitch. You're going to have a circle, and you're going to chain 3. Go up with 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going to count as our first double crochet. Inside the circle, this is 1. Inside the circle, we're going to do 15 double crochet. With this one, it's going to make 16. Okay, let me do the first couple of them with you guys. That's 2, 3. Okay, so do your 16, finish them up, do your 16 on round 1, and then we'll be back. for row 2. So I'm at the end of row 1. I did my 16 double crochets inside the circle. Okay, we're just gonna slip stitch to the first one. Okay, and we got this. All right, now if you want to put that little tail, you want to pull it and close that up a little bit, you guys are more welcome to do that. It doesn't matter if it has the hole. Okay, so this is round 1. Round 2, we are gonna go up. We're always gonna go up with 3 at the beginning of each round. Round 2, 1, 2, 3, chain 3. Okay, in the same spot that we just did those chain 3, we're gonna put another double crochet. That's 2 double crochets. Okay, let me bring you guys in a little bit more so you guys can see right there. So that's 2 double crochet. We're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna skip this one, and we're gonna go in here, and we're gonna put 2 double crochet in the same spot. Okay, so it's gonna look like that, and we're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna skip the next one, and this one we're gonna put 2 double crochets in there. Okay, so the pattern for row 2, 2 double crochet, chain 3, skip 1, chain 3, 2 double crochet, skip 1, chain 3, 2 double crochet. That's your pattern for row 2. Go all the way around, finish your round, and then I'll be back for row 3. Alright, so I'm almost at the end of my row 2. We need to have 8 groups of 2 double crochet, chain 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here I did my 2 double crochets, I chained 3, and what we're going to do here, we're just going to slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet. Okay, this is what we have in row 2. Okay, row 3, we're always going to start, remember I always told you we're always going to start with a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Right here in the next double crochet, we're going to put a double crochet. Here in the space, we're going to put 2 double crochet. So now we're going to have a cluster of 4. We're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're always going to chain 3 in between. The next cluster, we're going to put double crochet on top of double crochet. That's 1. That's 2. Oh, hold on, got tangled up. That's 2. And in the space, we're going to put 2 double crochet to make it 4. And we have this. So our row 3 will be chain 3, and we're going to put double crochet on top of double crochet. Let me bring you guys in. I zoom out a little bit. Okay, so then we're going to do chain 3. We're going to put double crochet. In the space, we're going to put 2 double crochet. That's 4. So that's the pattern. Chain 3 and repeat, 2 double crochet on top of the double crochet. In the space, 2 double crochet. This is your pattern. That's what it looks like. So that is the pattern for row 3. Go all the way around. I'll meet you guys at the end to start row 4. Alright, so here I'm at the end of row 3. This is what you guys should have. Okay, so I did my last cluster of 4 double crochet. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Sorry if I was off frame. And then we're going to slip stitch to our first double crochet of that row. Okay, so this is what we have. We're going to go up with 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to go double crochet on top of double crochet from the previous row. That's 1, 2, 3, and with the first one is 4. With the first one is 4, and then in the space we're gonna double crochet 2. So we're gonna go increasing by 2. Okay, my yarn got tangled up. We're gonna increase by 2. So now we have a cluster of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we always gonna chain 3. 1, 2, 3 in between our clusters. So we're gonna go back in here, and we're gonna do double crochet on top of double crochet. So that's 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and in the space we're going to put 2 double crochets in there. Okay, so this is the pattern. We're going to have a cluster of 6. So next one we're going to chain 3, double crochet on top of double crochet, and in the space we're going to put 2 double crochet, chain 3. So we're going to go increasing by 2. Okay, so we started with 2, 4, 6. The next row is going to be repetitive. We're going to have, instead of 6, we're going to have 8, a cluster of 8. Okay, let's get this row done. I'm going to go around, and if you guys want to do it by yourself, if not, I'll come back and do it. Once you're over here, we're going to slip stitch to here. We're going to go up with 3. We're going to do double crochet on top of double crochet, and in the here we're going to put 2 double crochet and chain 3, which will give us that cluster of 8 for the next row. Let's get this one done, and we'll be back to row 1, 2, 3, 4 to start row 5. I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, so we're at the end of row 4, and at row 4 we did 6 double crochet, chain 3, 6 double crochet, chain 3. Okay, so I did my 6 cluster, my 6 double crochet, chain 3, and now we're just gonna slip stitch to the top here, the top chain of that first double crochet of this row. Oops, it escaped me. Let's do that again. Okay, so this is what we got in row 4. Now, like I mentioned before, for row 5, we always gonna start with a chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. That's our first double crochet for this row, and then we're just gonna go double crochet on top of double crochet, which we have 6 double crochets here. In the space here, we're going to put 2 double crochets. That gives us 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Chain 3, 2, 3. Do your clusters of 6 double crochet from the previous row. My yarn is pulling a little bit. Do your cluster. We're down to 5. Oh, see, because my yarn is pulling. Okay, we got 2 more to go on your cluster here. Okay, and in the space, remember, we put 2 double crochet. Alright, so on this round, we're going to end up with 8 double crochet. So the next cluster here, you're going to chain 3, and then we're going to go double crochet on top of double crochet here from the previous row, and in your space here we're going to double crochet 2 and chain 3, and we're going to go all the way around, and we need to have 8 clusters of 8 double crochets on row 5. Do this row. I'll do mine off camera, and I'll be back for row 6. Alright, so I've come to the end of row 5. This what everybody should have. It should look like this. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows. Okay, so it should look like this. Alright, now let me bring you guys back in. Okay, so we have that. So I'm at the end of my last cluster. So I did my 8 double crochets, my chain 3, and again we're just going to, I had to move my yarn because it was getting tangled up. We're just gonna slip stitch to that first, the top of that first double crochet. Okay, and we're always gonna start with chain 1, 2, 3. We're always gonna start with chain 3. Okay, now we're gonna go down this cluster with double crochet on top of double crochet. Okay, so we should have 8 double crochet. Okay, so we have 8 double crochet. In the space here, we're gonna put 2 double crochet, which that should give us in this row 10 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 double crochet. Okay, so that's 10 double crochet. We're gonna chain 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna go back in here and do those 8 double crochets again. Okay, so 8 double crochet in the space. We're going to put 9 and 10, which will be 10 double crochet. So this row, row 6, will be 10 double crochet in the cluster, chain 3. We're going to go 10 double crochet again. We're going to do crochet on top of the previous double crochet. So the previous one had 8. We're going to do 8 double crochet, and then in that space we're going to do 2 double crochet, which will give us 10. Chain 3, go down with the 8 double crochet in the space, chain 2, that will give us the 10, and chain 3, and go all the way around. Okay, and we should have 8 clusters of 10 double crochet in row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and row 6. Do your row, I'll do mine, and we'll meet back up over here. Alright everyone, so I'm at the end of row 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We should have 10 clusters, 8 clusters of 10 double crochet each. Okay, so this is what we got in row 6. In row 7, we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to go double crochet on top of double crochet, and we're going to increase in the space, and we're going to end up with 12 double crochet. Okay, let me bring you guys in a little bit closer so you guys can see my hand. Okay, so I did my 3 double crochet, slip stitch to the end. Right there, we're always going to start with chain 3 and just go double crochet on top of double crochet. That's 10. Inside the space, 2 double crochet. Should look like this. Chain 3. And repeat that again. Let's do one more together. Oh, hold on, my yarn got tangled up here. It's kind of splitting a little bit, so I'm having a hard time grabbing it. Hold on a second, let's do that again. Let's keep going. See, that one split up. Let's do that one again. The yarn is splitting up a little bit. See, it did it again. Okay. The yarn does not want to work with us today, but that's okay. We will keep going. That's not gonna stop us from going. And here we go. We're at the end. The space, 2 double crochet. That's 2 and chain 3. Okay, so this row we're gonna end up with 12 double crochet, chain 3. We're gonna go down with the 10 double crochet from the previous row, in that space 2 double crochet, chain 3. Go down here, double crochet on top of double crochet, in that space 2 double crochet. That will give us the 12 and chain 3. Okay, it's coming up to a different pattern. The pattern is going to change pretty soon. Just bear with me, but I know it's a little repetitive, but just bear with me, guys. I promise the pattern is going to change. So do this row, okay, go all the way around, come back over here, and I'll meet you guys here when we finish. All right, so here's the end of the row. This is what you guys should have. Now the next row, the pattern changes. Okay, so heads up. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. Okay, so I'm at the end of this row. We should have 12. Okay, double crochet and a cluster of 8. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit. That's okay. That's what it looks like. Zoom out. And let's zoom you guys back in, okay? Because we're gonna change the pattern on this row coming up. So I want you to see. I want you guys to see and follow what we're gonna do in the next row. Okay? So we're gonna slip stitch on the top of that double crochet that we did at the beginning. Okay? And we're always gonna start with chain 3. That's chain 3. Now here we're only going to do 10 double crochets. So we're going to do 10. Okay, so let's do those 10. That's 1, I keep getting this yarn keeps splitting. I don't know why. I never had that issue with this yarn splitting up. Maybe I got a bad scheme. Okay, so we're gonna keep going until, oh, hold on, lost my place. We're gonna keep going until we hit those 10 double crochet in this row. And then I'm gonna show you guys how we're gonna change the pattern. Oh, there we go. See, I was talking and I wasn't counting. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna leave these 2 out, okay? We're not gonna do a double crochet on top of these 2. We're gonna chain 2, 1, 2. In the space here, we're gonna put 3 double crochet. 2 and 3. Okay, so it should look like this, sorry. Okay, and then we're gonna chain 2 again, and let's do another cluster. So we're gonna go down here. We're gonna do 10 double crochet again. Let me zoom you guys out a little bit so you can see. Okay, so my yarn is getting a little bit darker, so you guys probably can see a little bit better. It's changing into the darker one, the darker ombre, so you'll be able to see it better now. I know the beginning was a little bit light. Okay, so we're almost at the end. Okay, so There we go. We hit, okay, we hit those 10 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we're going to chain 2. 1, 2. Inside the space, we're going to put 3 double crochets. 2 and 3 and chain 2, and start back up here again with a 10 double crochets. Okay, so the pattern for row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the pattern for row 7, we're going to do 10 double crochet, chain 2, in the space we're going to put 3 double crochet, chain 2, we're going to put 10 double crochet, chain 2, in the space 3 double crochet, chain 2, and we're going to keep going again, 10 double crochet up to here. Okay, we're going to leave these 2, so count 10. Okay, then when you get to the 10 double crochet up to here, chain 2, in the space 3 double crochet, chain 2, and go right here to the first double crochet and do your 10. And that's the pattern for this row. Now instead of increasing like we were doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, now we're gonna decrease. Now we're gonna have 10, then we're gonna have 8, then we're gonna have 6, and these spaces are gonna get bigger, and this is gonna get smaller to create. Hold on guys, let me bring you guys in here. To create, okay, see, we were doing, let me zoom you guys out, okay, so we were doing the increase, and we are here right now. So we did the 10 double crochet, then we're going to do the 8, the 4, 3, and then these here are going to start opening up and get bigger. So we have 1, then we're going to have 2, then we have 3, 4, so forth and so forth. So right now we are up to here. Okay, we're up to here on the pattern. So we got a couple of rows to go. Okay, so finish this row up, okay, and then I'll be back to tell you how we're gonna start the next one. Alright, so this is what we should have right now at the end of this row. Alright, so it looks like this. Okay, so this is what it should look like. You guys can, you know, if it's getting all bunched up, you guys can just expand it. Mine does it too, so just pull it and make sure it stays straight. Okay, I promise you it will be straight at the end. Okay, so that's what it should look like. And here we should have, remember, 10 double crochets, chain 2, a cluster of 3 double crochet in the space, chain 2, and 10 double crochet. Now our next row we're going to start decreasing. So before we were adding, now we were taking away. So here I did my 2 double crochet, and then we're going to slip stitch to the top of that chain, of that double crochet here from the previous row. Okay, so here, remember, we always chain 3 at the beginning. Now we're going to do 8 double crochet. That's 4. Okay, so we have 8 double crochet. Let me just count to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're going to chain 2. We're going to go into space, and we're going to put a cluster of 3 double crochets. Chain 2. The next space, another cluster of 3 double crochets. So you should have something that looks like this. We started with chain 3, first double crochet, 8 double crochet across, chain 2, in the first space 3 double crochet, chain 2, and the second space 3 double crochet. Let's do one more together. Now we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and you're going to start right over here in your first double crochet of the next cluster, and you're going to go 8 double crochet. That's 4, 5, 7, and 8. Okay, chain 2, into the space 3 double crochet, chain 2, in the next space 3 double crochet. Oh, hold on, it got snagged again. That yarn split up again. I guess I got a bad scheme. Let me do my 2 double crochets again. Sorry about that, everyone. And we're going to chain 2, and we're going to jump right into the next double crochet 8. Okay, so this is what we got. Okay, this is what it should look like. Okay, let me bring you guys in closer so you can see. We did 8 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the space, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the space, chain 2, and then we went down with 8 double crochet, chain 2, in the space 3 double crochet, chain 2, in the next space 3 double crochet, chain 2, and then you jump right into that cluster of 10 from the previous. We're just going to do 8 up to here. So go all the way around. Remember I told you we're going to start decreasing the next one. We're going to do the same thing, but we're going to have 6 double crochets here, and these we're going to do the same thing. Okay, so let me open so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, so get this row done, and I'll be back with mine once I'm done with this row. Alright, so this is what we have at the end of row 9. This is what it should look like. Okay, let me bring you guys in so you can see that what it looks like in row 9. Okay, so let's close row 9. Let me pull some yarn. Okay, so we're gonna slip stitch to the top of that first double crochet. Okay, we're gonna chain 3, which is our first double crochet from row 10, and we're gonna go 6 double crochet. That's 3, 5, 6 double crochet. We're going to chain 2 into the space, 3 double crochets, chain 2 into the next space, 3 double crochets, chain 2 to the next space, 3 double crochets, and chain 2. And we're going to go to the next cluster. Okay, here we're going to do 6 double crochet, go right into the first one after those chain 2, and do 6, 3, 4, 6, chain 2 into the space, 3 double crochets, chain 2, whoops, one more, chain 2 to the next space, 3 double crochets, chain 2, the next space, 3 double crochets, and chain 2. So this is what we got. Okay, we ended the row, slip stitch, we went up. Let me bring you guys closer so you can see. Okay, we went closer, we ended the row, went up with 3, which is the first double crochet. We went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We chained 2 in our first space, 3 double crochets, chain 2, second space, 3 double crochet, chain 2, the next space, 3 double crochet, chain 2. Then we went 6 double crochets, chain 2 in the space, 3 double crochet, chain 2 in the next space, 3 double crochet, chain 2 in the next space. Every space you see, you'll put a 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, we chain 2, and now we're going to go down here with 6 double crochets up to there, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, chain 2, and do the same thing. So that is the pattern for row 10, and this is what it's gonna look like. See, mine is getting darker. Okay, so like I said, adjust yours. Okay, stretch it out. I always stretch mine out because every time we increase, we get these little creases here. See, right here. So you just have to open it up. I always use my nails and I just kind of pull it and open it. See, and I just get it all straight and open it up. If not, it will start going like this. Don't let it go like this. Okay, now if you're crocheting, it's tight, you have to go up a hook size. Okay, so go up to the 5. If not, it's gonna start getting like this. If you don't, I don't crochet that tight, so I always use a 4. If you crochet too loose, then go down a 3. Okay, because then it's gonna be all floppy. It's not gonna have the shape you want. Okay, so if you crochet loose, go down a hook size, use a 3. If you crochet too tight, that yours is starting to get like this, you need to change to a 5. I'm sorry I didn't say it at the beginning. Okay, I feel comfortable with my 4. It works for me, but also stretch it out if you see that it's starting to get like this. If it doesn't straighten out, then unfortunately you have to take it apart and start over again and change your hook to a bigger hook size. Okay, but yours is probably going to be bigger if you use a different hook size, or if you go down, it's going to be smaller. Okay, so finish this row 10, and then we'll be back with row 11.